Hello friends, welcome to my channel Ankuram. This is Ananya here. Today we will be discussing the chapter number system. In this chapter we will be discussing about rational numbers, irrational numbers, surds. Okay. So now coming to the point, rational numbers. What is a rational number? A number R is called a rational number if it can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. This collection of rational numbers is denoted by Q. So earlier we came to know what are natural numbers, means 1, 2, 3, 4 all are natural numbers. Whole numbers we know, natural numbers is denoted by n. So whole number also we know, if we include 0 with natural numbers, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then all are called whole numbers. And then we came to know about integers, means positive numbers, negative numbers and 0, means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, all these numbers, then 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4 all are integers. These all things I have explained in my previous videos. You can see that. So now we are discussing about rational numbers. So rational number is denoted by Q. Now, what are the properties of rational numbers? See, properties of rational numbers means if A, B, C are the three numbers, then A plus B is equal to B plus C. So, that is called commutative law of addition. So, if A, B, C are the three numbers that are rational number, then A plus B is equal to B plus A. And A into B is equal to B into A. This law is called commutative law of multiplication. Now A plus within bracket B plus C can be written as is equal to A plus B within bracket plus C. This is called associative law of addition. And A into B into C within bracket is equal to A into B within bracket into C. This is called associative law of multiplication. And distributive law, what is that? A into B plus C can be written as A into B plus A into C. This is called distributive law. So these are the properties of rational number, and two more properties are there. One is the identity. Additive identity is 0. So if we add A plus 0 is equal to A. So 0 is the additive identity and A into 1 is equal to A. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. So these are the properties of rational number, and these properties earlier I have explained in my other videos. You can check that. Now coming to irrational numbers. What is irrational numbers? A number S is called an irrational number if it cannot be written in the form P by Q. Earlier we came to know what is rational number. It can be written as P by Q form, where Q is P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So for irrational it cannot be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So some examples of irrational numbers are such that root 2, root 3, root 5, pi, and suppose a number is 0.10, 110, 1110, 11110 like that. It's never ending. It's non-terminating number. So such numbers are called irrational numbers. Now coming to real number. What is real number? The collection of all rational and irrational numbers. The collection of all rational and irrational numbers together make up the collection of real numbers, which is denoted by R. That means a real number can either be rational or be irrational. Now coming to locate root 2 on the number line. So how to locate root 2 on the number line? So see, from the Pythagoras theorem we know, see this we have taken. If I take OA is equal to 1 and OB equal to 1 unit. So from Pythagoras theorem we know what is OB. OB we know OA square plus AB square is equal to OB square. So what is OA? OA is 1 square, that is 1. AB square is also 1 square, that is also 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So what is OB? Root 2. Now we found this one as root 2. So if we represent it on the number line, so what is A here? The position of A is 1. 1, 2, 3 I have taken on the number line, minus 1, minus 2 this one, and this is 0, and this point is named as O. O 0. So from there, if we present A, see this is, I have taken 1 unit, so this is 1 unit according to this. So what is this 2? Root 2. So using a compass with center O, this is center O, and radius OB, OB is root 2 now. So if we draw an arc, intersecting the number line at the point P, so it will intersect at the point, if we take a compass and if we just intersect, so it will cut at P. So what is that P then? Then P corresponds to root 2 on the number line. So this is the way we can find out, we can draw root 2 on the number line. Similarly, we can do, see, if we have this root 2, so we can draw root 3 also. We can locate root 3 and root 5 on the number line. See, root 2 we have found out. So from here we have taken perpendicular to this is 1 unit, this is root 2 unit. So we will be getting this one as root 3. How? The same way, OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square from Pythagoras theorem. So what is OA here? Root 2. So root 2 square plus, this is 1 unit, so 1 square. So this is root 2 square means 2 plus 1, that is 3. So what is therefore OB? OB is equal to root 3. So here OB is equal to root 3. So similarly, if I take that arc as this, so here it is actually, this is actually root 2 we found out. So it will be here root 3. Root 4 means we can directly write root 4 is 2. So it will be 2 there. So what will be then root 5? We can locate in that way. How? Root 5, we will take here 1, 2, 3. So this is 2 unit and I will take here 1. So if we take these as perpendicular, this one is perpendicular, so O, A, suppose this is B, then what will be this? So O, this is 2, O, this is 0, O0, so OB square plus AB square is equal to OA square. So what is OB here? OB is 2 unit, this is 2 unit and this is 1. So 2 square plus 1 square, that is equal to OA square. What is 2 square? 4 plus 1, that is 5. 5 equal to OA square. Therefore OA is equal to root of 5. So this will be our root 5. So if I take this one is radius and it will cut here as an arc. So here we can plot it root 5. So hope you understood how to present root 2, root 3, root 5 and the number line. We can do for other numbers also as well. Decimal representation of rational numbers. Any number is said to be rational number if its decimal representation is either in terminating decimal or non-terminating recurring decimals. Terminating decimals, for example, 2.356. Suppose a number whose there is no remainder now. See, after this 356 is been ended, or is non-terminating but recurring decimal. See here 8.212121. So it's been repeating and it will be going on. But it is non-terminating but recurring decimals. So such numbers are called rational numbers. And for decimal representation of irrational numbers, what will be that numbers? That number should be, means irrational number should be like its decimal representation is non-terminating and non-recurring. It should be non-terminating also and non-recurring also. See the number 0.101101110 ... So it will be going on, the number is going on, but it is not recurring. See 1 0, then 1 1 0, then triple 1 0 like this. Similarly 5.50, then 550, 5550 dot dot dot. So these are all irrational numbers. Now what is surds? Let a greater than 0 be a real number. Let a be a real number and n be a positive integer. Then nth root of a is equal to b, where b to the power n means is equal to a and b is greater than 0. Then nth root of some rational number, then irrational numbers, nth root of a or a to the power n is known as surd. So this is called surd, nth root of a. So any number, suppose root 2 is a surd. Suppose if I say 5 root 5, so these are all surds. And nth root of these is known as radical sign. This sign is called radical sign. Now properties of surd. Nth root of a to the power n is equal to a. So what is this nth root of a? Nth root of a means a to the power 1 by 2. If I take power of these, then what happens? Then it will be nth root of 1 by n into n. So n cancels out, so it is a. So nth root of a to the power n is equal to a. This is the first formula. The second is nth root of a into nth root of b is equal to nth root of ab. Means I will be taking ab, nth root of a dot nth root of b. We will be taking ab as here and nth root. So similarly, nth root of a divided by nth root of b to the power n, we can divide it, so we can write it nth root of a to the power n, nth root of b to the power n. So what happens? A to the power 1 by n. From this step, what happens? A to the power 1 by n into n, so n cancels out, divided by b to the power 1 by n into n cancels out, so a by b. So this is our a by b here. Similarly, nth root of a divided by nth root of b is equal to nth root of a divided by b. These are the 4 properties of surds. Thank you.